погибель, как тонет подводные лодки. Но мы тоже люди, не промах. Мы прячемся в черные дыры. У нас есть такие приборы, но мы вам про них не расскажем. А колонгесты — это хорошо. Да! И взрослые знают, и дети. Мы радость творим на планете. А колонгесты — это не игра. Когда мы выходим на берег, то девочки радостно стонут, и мы начинаем рассказы про разные трудности моря. Но хватит, забыла сирена, и мы быстро прыгаем в воду. Мы жить не привыкли на суше, мы любим нырять и купаться. А колонгесты — это хорошо. Да! И взрослые знают, и дети. Мы радость творим на планете. А колонгесты — это не игра. Меня укусила акула, тебя укусила акула, ее укусила акула, да нас всех укусила акула. Аквалангесты — это не игра.
Alright then. The music was a little overpowering, I know, but that is all part of the atmosphere. Anyway, good evening, afternoon, or whatever part of the... God damn it, you threw me off. As I was saying, good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the world. And tonight, as promised, we're going back to Penny Arcade Adventures Episode 2. Now, as advised by one of our viewers previously, I'm gonna try and capture the game as a separate window, so let's see how it's going to work now. Hopefully it won't do anything too... what was the correct word for that one? Hopefully it won't mess everything up, at least in that case. Let's see if I won't need to scroll through it. Let me know how's it looking if I miss it.
Now, 3 gods wait on the windowsill, where one god's blood was lately spilled, while black tongues lap the spreading pool and build the strength they need to rule.
Wonderful. Once again, it is... it's doing that thing again where if I Alt-Tab, the image not only disappears, but also drops down a little bit, as you can see here. It is unfortunate, and yes, I did notice that it was gone for a second, so further adjustments will be required. Older games can be prickly like that. So well, that just comes with the times, of course. Let's see if we can do it a little better right now. There we go. Now I'm just gonna need to put it a little off center like so, and hope that it won't mess anything up. Let's see if this thing works. Couple of final checks. 1440 by 900. High graphics. VSync off. Let's see. Let's see how it looks like.
Now, 3 guards wait on the windowsill. Where
Yes, slightly better. I can see that. That's why I have the background image on there. Just so that we are not looking at completely black borders for the time being. But I think we have everything under control, mostly, so we can continue where we left off. First order of business, getting the receptionist either flowers or candies so that we can progress. Anything interesting here? We got that robot encounter. I think we can go back to Anne Claire's room and inquire for further advice on that one. Lightning juice. This traditional intoxicant, birthed in filthy bathtubs, has only gotten more potent. Still, that's a downgrade from 75 to 50% increase in speed, if I recall correctly. Hey, and what's... Your entrance has genuinely startled her. Papers are shifted and heavy tools placed atop. I've made a miscalculation. I thought I could do without it, but I can't. I can't! And Claire swallows hard. I need a golden 14mm bolt. No sweat. Is there a place you usually get these from? And Claire's anguish is almost too much for Tycho. He cranks up the chivalry. We shall scour the Riverbrook Park estates, miss, forthwith. I understand gold is in ready supply there. They're really quite nice, as estates go. Also, the symposium on the future of man begins today. I would go, but the project is at a crucial juncture. In any case, it should be thick with scientists, gathered to hear Dr. Krangle's keynote.
Okay.
She glances across the room at his poster, allowing herself a momentary sigh. Their expertise may be of use. Held at the prestigious JT Motherfucker Events Center. We found an engine for you. Hopefully it'll do the trick. Is it on the platform? It is ready for the crane, yes. You're still on Delta, so you can also ask Tornado about Gutter Bacardi. Sure thing. At least I still have a can of Fanta with me. That's my poison of choice for tonight. And if anything goes wrong, there is wine. And its condition? Good. Kind of. And the other items I requested? I don't wish to be rude, but The search continues. We have a terrible new foe. An ancient secretary. Flowers are trite but traditional. As an opening gambit, flowers may have a role to play. Those little robots are still out there, and they're still dropping those weird little parts. Let us put them to good use then. Just as before, I will improve your weapons with whatever parts you manage to earn. Let's upgrade my hoe. Can I make it less like a hoe at all? She takes the tool gingerly, finding its center of balance. I am charting a course for this simple machine that does not ask to be less like a hoe. When I am finished, it will be more like one. Is that a good thing? Do we want that? But work has already begun, and it is over just as soon. Twin hoe. Weeds tremble at its approach. I really should do some gardening tomorrow. I hear it relaxing. So, 106 parts to upgrade Gabe's fists, or other knuckles, and 196 parts to upgrade Tycho's shotgun. Well, that's enough for now. We can discuss this later. Indeed, there are many topics and our time is limited. You think flowers might do it? Assuming it's even possible. It couldn't hurt. Unless the flowers have thorns and she inadvertently grabs the stem. Precious niece, you always consider every eventuality. Well, we're heading out, Anne. We'll try to bring you something you can use. I'm certain you will. Godspeed. Well, if you recall correctly in previous game, we were beating up hobos. So now, to balance things out, we will be beating up rich people.
The Riverbrook Park Estates are the seat of New Arcadia's wealth and power, if not its morality.
This is living, boys. Our public gardens are the envy of New Arcadia, along with our flying stick machines. Headline: Eggplant Lincoln re-assassinated. Also, look who's back. Curtis? Is that you? The shock is evident and tectonic. He works to regain his composure. How are you, Curtis? How's tricks? If he recognizes you from before, he doesn't reveal it. I am Curtis Swindle, reputable vendor. I sense a hunger in you, a hunger for bargains. As a purveyor of unbelievable yet wholly legitimate merchandise, I am in a position to satisfy you in absolute terms. Let's see what you've got. Curtis Swindle takes a moment to arrange everything just so. Yes, as you see, I have already brought the world to New Arcadia. This beautiful diamond ring I just obtained. This golden bracelet from the same vendor. And this broken piece of valuable antique. Let's see, how much for the diamond ring? That's a lot, right? $10 million. That price does include tax. Oh, thank goodness. And the bracelet? Can I have my eye on it? $1 million, but remember that much of it goes to charity. Oh, which one? The, Curtis Swindle Foundation for the Betterment of Curtis Swindle. I see. And how much for the phonograph? Keep in mind that it is very old and to top it off is completely broken. $70 billion. The said hunk of phonograph reeks of whiskey, sex, and regret. Ah, so your typical punk rock star. I'm looking for a place to live. Have you heard of any vacancies? Yes, friends, yes! There is a vacancy in your life that only these amazing products can fill. His arm sweeps over his wares gracefully, like some magician's assistant. Huh? He continues to hold the pose. Well, see you soon. Farewell. Do not tarry long. Bargains of this magnitude cannot endure. I'm sure they can't. Get over here. Stone ground mustard gas. And empty. Riverbrook Park Estates. Vacancy. You're delicious. Let's fuck. Oh god, it's couples. Darling, make them die, please. Yes, dear. Ow. Let's see, ladies are weak versus punches. Hey, buddy, out of my way. I unfortunately do not swing that way. Not for you, at least. Oh, I will. I absolutely will. Ow. Let's see if I can murder my keyboard yet. Well then, let's see if I can get a little better with the overkill channeling. Don't give me that talk. I know your tricks. And this. A crit and a block, as it goes. There we go. That should be enough for an overkill, right? I hope so. Ooh. Got her good, this one. What do we have here? Well, definitely something. Gold-plated mailboxes. Now that's a novelty. Eggplant Lincoln rises from grave. Was it before or after he was re-assassinated? That's important to know. A cherry red automobilato. Imported. Must be Italian. But time for robots. So let's do this by the book. There's the fruit. Then Anne Claire with her orbital satellite weapon. That should be good enough. Because I frankly did not feel like fighting them just yet. Vulgar Arc. A&D keys and they pass into the target zone of... This one's more difficult, but does more damage and a chance to stun. Okay, that's very good to know. This hydrant actually refreshes fires with cool spring water. The gate is locked. Another potential roof over your head denied. Eggplant Lincoln fueled by rage against the living. Well, I would be too. You do so much for them and then they all just... This wicked contraption makes a mockery of proud human feet. And it's only a one-seater. Two if you squeeze hard enough. But we got more married couples to kill. Or I suppose not married. Madly in love. I think you might actually love me more. Oh no. The couples are fighting. But we will fight harder. Hey, keep your sideburns to yourself. Alright? The guy is weak to special attacks, while the girl is weak to punches. That's good to know. I'm trying not to bleed out before I do that. Of course you will. This should help a little bit. And after that... Okay, now this should be enough to get her. Oh, definitely. At least someone is getting the overkill bonuses. Helium gas. This natural aerosol is a mixture of herbs, soothing barks, and black market narcotics. Heals all party members for 50%. So that's what Leon has been doing to the green herbs. Although that joke is common enough this day and age. This type of car is popular with jerks. Well, of course, because it's purple. We all know that purple is a villainous color, no matter what the Byzantines will say to you. Eggplant Lincoln asks, why? Why? Good question, but I don't think we'll be answering it tonight. The Museum of Things. You're a wholesome sort of woman, Gertrude. Wholesome like wheat. Well, if you say so, buddy old pal. Oh, it could be a BMW, but I have doubts. It's not nearly German enough for that. Let's see if we can... Oh, fine. Do your partial vlog. Guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Damn it. It's coming in too fast, but still reluctantly decent damage. No, Tycho, don't kill him just yet. I'm gonna need him. Thank you kindly. This should be enough. Like that. Just one more strike and Gabe should be able to finish her off and earn himself another overkill. Especially like that. Of course I do that, and I immediately do it all again. I get nobody to blame but myself on this one. Now what do we have here? Ride eternal, shiny and gold. Gabriel approaches the machine, his face distorted by the curve of the tank. How do we get this fucker home? Examine Gilderoy. There is ever so much to see. Bulbous gilding bell. It is said that Josie and Gilderoy truly hated dogs. You think there might be some truth to that? Tiny door. The Gilderoy's thick, largely soundproof bell is a convincing argument for the existence of hell. If not a literal hell for dogs, then almost certainly a place of damnation for the machine's twisted creator. Take a moment to consider the device. This mockery of a dog's domicile hurls ribbons of amber light in the sun. It projects an air of unmitigated canine ecstasy, frisbees slicing the summer breeze, redolent with honeysuckle and sweet clover. It is rather more silent on the topic of boiling gold. Believe it or not, this is not the first time I'm encountering something gold-plated, I suppose, or gilded, as it were. But let's turn our attention to slightly less horrifying matters, and make gold-covered chocolate. I am a genius. Tycho gives you the thumbs up and you don't think he's being ironic. Gabriel begins to smack his lips. You place the chocolates inside and carefully retract your hand. You wait, eyes wide, and nothing happens. I think we're done coating things with gold, at least for now. Gabriel attempts to conceal his disappointment. What we need is an appropriately sized bolt. Splendid formal wear. Sounds nice. Military mobilized to stop Eggplant Lincoln. Cash receipt 9. These are among the most luxuriant hydrants in the world. People keep stealing our flowers. We should release the hounds. Well, if you say so. Oh yes, last game we could eat hobo meat, that is correct. I don't remember what rich things we'll consume tonight, but we'll see in a bit. Our public gardens are the envy of New Arcadia, along with our flying steak machines. Now, steak machines are a thing I could get behind. But we got us some more sickeningly sweet couples to kill. Let's look at their profile first. Annoying men. These grinning urchins are smitten in absolute terms. High HP stat, attacks incur defense debuff, weak versus special attacks and punches. Annoying women. These modern young women are concerned primarily with true love. High attack stat, weak versus team-up attacks and punches. As for the chocolates, these are legendary Dodecadence brand chocolate polyhedrons. Whoops, you smashed it. I guess you killed them too hard. Let's see if we'll succeed in our next encounter. 16, good chances. Dahlia, let us run away. Oh, there's 2 of them now. 2 pairs. Buddy. Now a little bit of this and a little bit of that should be enough to deal with them. You know, I haven't actually used one of these for a while. Let's see how it works. Well, World War I tactics ahoy! And that was too early. That, however, was just in time. Now, where was I? Too early, unfortunately. But the next one should be just fine. Especially if we do it like this. Now this should be good enough, right? I certainly hope so. Otherwise, I will be disappointed in myself. No, that was more than enough. Ladies, there will be no Yuri baiting tonight, so I kindly ask you to leave the stage. Exit, stage left, pursued by a bear. And unfortunately that was a miss. Oh yes, we did have toxic yaoi for the time being, and no one can take that one away from us. Now the master guest should finish her off, or we can do that ourselves. That is always an opportunity. Especially like that. This roadster features narrow tires for easy maiming. Ow, my foot. It hurts just from looking at it or considering the possibility. And more robots. That was a weak throw, Gabe. Step it up. Or I suppose we can wait a little bit and let Anne Claire appear, but I think she's gonna take her sweet time on that one. Oh, that was a bit of a miss on my part. Okay, this one should be a little easier. Mainly because I'm using the arrow keys for that one. There we go. And that would be good enough for our purposes too. Yep. You love to see it. Too early on that one, but never mind. Let's give at least one overkill to Tycho. You stop that. Wonderful. Is that a spitball gun? It looks like a shotgun to me, of the double-barreled hunting variety, so I cannot say with certainty. The Fall of Man. More challenging because there are more enemy targets and less reaction time. Hit all enemy targets before time runs out for maximum damage. Small diamonds spell out the words fire hydrant. Bank of money. This sedan costs more than most people spend on oxygen in a year. That shouldn't be too much, unless of course we're talking about Spaceman. Eggplant Lincoln reaches power level 10,000. Ah, there's the old Dragon Ball jokes I remember. Eggplant Lincoln rampage stopped by a child's love. That's always nice to see. The gate is locked, presumably to keep people like you out. But if it is vacant, I will take it. The $10 million version of this car comes without an engine. Well, if they can afford it. Another annoying couple to deal with. Always a good sign. Still can't seem to properly time that one. By that one I of course mean this attack. Which makes you, lady, our priority target. Dude, I don't know if you know, but Taiko does not swing that way. He only swings that way for game. That one should be easy enough, but not get too ahead of yourself. Still, it's always great when the overkill procs. Oh, buddy old pal. I'd rather you get out of here, but if you insist, I'm gonna have to show you the way. The way out, that is. Goodbye. Bit of a waste of an overkill, but always impressive. That's another squished chocolate. Now, what did you want to say, madam? Ah, same thing about steak machines. No further questions. Also, the Fabergé eggs scattered everywhere. If you couldn't tell. Uh-huh. That's another one. And a rose. Gift for Pearl. Tulips. Even a single tulip is exquisite. Cafe door open from 6 p.m. to 6:05 p.m. Sounds like some of our dear bureaucrats' working hours. Tank sliced by Eggplant Lincoln's psychic hate blade. Now we have two of the receipts, right? Let's see where they were. 1 at the end, 9 in the middle. We still need another one. But at least now we can go back to Pearl and present her with the flowers. Speaking of, irises. Also called frost flowers, irises are pretty badass as far as pretty plants go. I wonder if there is any sort of backstory in regards to that, but I wouldn't know, and I can't exactly check at this point in time. And just so we are double check, and so that we've checked everything. They've got one of these, huh? I guess they would. What is it? They're like little mechanical banks. You move in to inspect the equipment. Gaze into its advanced display. You take a closer look at the display. It shows a simple two-frame animation of a rich person beating someone to death with a gold bar. The slots? You take a closer look at the slots in the machine. One slot has an image of a card being inserted. The other has an image of money being dispensed. Gabriel taps it with his index finger. I think this one's my favorite. The pad is a cluster of numbered buttons, starving for input. Fine chocolates and bits of steak are caked between the keys. Steak. Inspect bank slips. You dig through potions, unguents, and other items, eventually tracking them down. You can't just make out a 1 on the crumpled sheet. A 9 is barely legible on the scrap. So yes, we will need one more slip. You step away to the sound of clinking coins. It taunts us. Orchid means ball, huh? Okay, gotcha. And that's a second iris, so we have 2 irises and a tulip. Oh, and another one, which is Daisy. Simple yet elegant, but mostly simple. I thought I missed that egg, but I guess it respawned once we re-entered that frame. So, I don't think there are any more flowers to collect. I was wrong. Roses. Man, these fuckers are everywhere. And we're definitely not giving her a rose. Because roses are prickly, remember? Oh, back to Cloying Odor. And we do have Symposium on the Future of Man to attend at some point. But Cloying Odor first. A.k.a. Family Jewel, Stone, Gonad, Nad, Giggleberry, Icy. She does like tulips. So, the woman at the desk is smiling. Hello again, Pearl. Pearl only beams expectantly. How about some purple flowers? Check these out. I don't know about the color, though. Actually, I do know about it. I hate it. How about pink? This do anything for you? Well, pink is my favorite. You should know, it may come in handy someday that a bouquet is typically 3 or more flowers. She leans forward, steepling her hands over the desk. Her smile is a vicious thing. You could open a can on it. We need to be running along then. The tulip bubble will last forever. I suppose so. I guess we're going back to Riverbrook and hunting down tulips. As well as other things. But mostly tulips. That one is still closed off, unfortunately. Now, we needed a 14mm gold bolt, right? Let's double check. Yes, 14mm golden bolt, which means we're gonna need to go back to Anne Claire for a hot minute. and ask her for the appropriate size. After all, there is no such thing as one size fits all when it comes to bolts. And nuts. You return. I want to make sure we're on the right track. You need a bolt, you said. Seems ordinary enough. Yes, it should be. Except, well, it does need to be a golden bolt. There is a pause. And it does need to be 14mm, which is a somewhat unusual size. I think I've got it. We'll do our best. Let's upgrade our weapons while we're here. 292 parts, so we are gonna go with Tycho's gun. Here's a big old bag of robot parts. With the rifles, I never wanted for good ideas. A shotgun is just very, very obvious. It is alien to me. I cannot peer into its nature. And Claire's size? I will do my best. And she does. That's right, motherfucker! 2 barrels! Now we're dooming in here. Tycho claps. Our foes will fear it, and that is the deep truth of the matter. It is twice with the weapon it was, Puppet, and I mean that quite literally. And 10 parts off for upgrading Gabe's knuckles. Although maybe it's not Anne Claire that does it, that gives out the bolts, it should be someone else. And if I recall correctly, that will be the Symposium for on the Future of Man. Where we'll find them.
Learned men gather at the Symposium on the Future of Man, huddled around the cold fire of knowledge.
Krangle's fame clearly displayed with greatest of tripodal technology. Good evening, sir. Would you like a tickled crump? No thanks. It's all very exciting. You got that right. Hey, there's Dr. Twee. Sup, Twee? He waves at a man across the room. The man flips him off. We were roommates once. Something happened to his parakeet. As in, it got really big. I had this crazy ray I was working on. Oh, and I guess Dr. Quatremain is here. So that's awesome. You wonder just how awesome it actually is. Are you enjoying your There is, to my mind, an overabundance of mimes this year. And wizards, or undertakers, or whatever that blood character is trying to emulate at the moment. Nor am I impressed with the cheese selection. That's another rose. Not that we need them. Here's How to Science Gooder, a screed on the grammar in scientific journals. RMFL Champion 1905, 1910, Ahab. And 1905, Hirohito. The reception book is a who's who of scientists, mad or otherwise. You can't be serious. Oh, I can assure you we are quite serious. About whatever you are talking about. What are you talking about? This is a convention for scientists. Everyone else here is a scientist. Even the waiters have advanced degrees. I'm only the receptionist and I'm an associate goddamn professor. Madam, I have a doctorate in apocalyptics. I'm sure your mommy is very proud. I'm talking about science, the engine of the future, not a gaggle of shaman in the woods somewhere gibbering about the end of the world. She turns her attention away, doodling obscure formulae. What is the symposium all about? It seems cool. This is the Symposium on the Future of Man. Did you stumble in here off the street? The keynote is tonight Dr. Lars Krangle. Of course, you have no idea who that is. That's quite a trophy. It's very desirable. That's for the winner of the Robot Monkey Fighting Tournament, so I wouldn't get your little hopes up. In addition to the prestige it carries, which is considerable, the trophy is also capped with a molecule of pure energite. And we're talking EG239, not that EG244 bullshit. Monkey fighting? Is that illegal? Is that even a thing? Of course it's a thing. Robot monkey fighting between programmable simians is fundamental to scientific inquiry. There is no truer expression of our desire to know than the honored tradition of cybernetic monkeys getting totally crazy. Where do we get a simian? Is there like a form or something? We do have loners, but Dr. Jillian Bromide chews her lip. You know what? Listen, I'm invested in your failure. I'm going to make this happen for you. She leaves and then returns, a bedraggled thing in tow. Nobody seems to want this one. It's been seen better days, but it should still execute programs. Mr. Tails. Mechanical monkeys, simians, are a core component of scientific culture. Wait, which one was plutonium? E244 or E239? The shivering creature scampers from the receptionist, taking refuge behind Gabriel. Ah. The door to the battle pit is over there, to your left. Battle pit? You'll need to find your own monkey cards. We use those to program the simians. Somebody around here probably has one. Is there anything else we should know? Yeah. She leans in. You're fucked. 2 monkeys enter. And 1 monkey leaves, as we all know. There's the other one. Krangle's visit has dredged up the worst of the breed. Dr. Dry and I usually arrange it to be at different conferences throughout the year. I attend symposiums and lectures, while he can be found at seminars, roundtables, and powwows. I am not a superstitious man, nor do I place stock in supernatural phenomena. But I believe with every fiber of my being that Dr. Dry is, in fact, the devil. If you say so. Oh, and what's that one? Daffodil. The Daffodil's yellow anarchy seems to say, "Hey, you fucker! Wipe down off that fucking frown!" I voted we'd take this monkey home and cuddle him. I don't see why we even need their stupid Energite. Energite isn't even that cool, let's just go find some. Energite doesn't grow on trees, Gabriel. Well, I suppose it does grow on Energite trees. Listen, that's neither here nor there. This is as inefficient as it gets. If we come out on top of this monkey fighting thing, we win twice. First, we get the Energite, which is Energite. Second, it'll get us enough cred with these science types to get into their inner sanctum. Their inner what? Don't worry about it. And anyway, I'm right. I'm always right. When we get back to the office, I'll show you my degree. As you approach the entrance to the basement, you feel a rumble beneath you. 244 less 81 million years. Yeah, that is a very long time. Let's get this monkey in the ring. We don't really know what to expect down there, but I think that the doorknob shudders as you touch it. You withdraw your hand. The din beyond is like bull elephants trudging over wrecks in a junkyard. The door shudders open, only a crack. Taking a moment to adjust your ensemble, you enter. Oh, there goes Hirohito. And we'll start with the first punch card, which we got in the previous game. That was the worst thing that has ever happened. Mr. Tails chitters in his agreement. You need to promise me that we're done with this shit. Also, you need to promise that we can go to the fair. Gabriel, we are not going to the goddamn fair. He just needs a little more training. Right, little guy? Mr. Tails seems uncertain. We'll get down there, slot another monkey card, and see how it goes. Now, where to get another of these cards? We have 2 out of 3. See? RMFL Champion 1886, Mr. Tails. Going up against that one, which should be RMFL Champion 1910 to present, Cyrus. Now I'm thinking we go back to Riverbrook just to double check, so we've got everything. Besides, we still need more tulips. Or pink flowers in general. Not white, nor purple, but pink. Pink like a pink woman, be that Mori Calliope or Pipkin Pippa. Actually, Pipkin Pippa would be very on-brand for this kind of game. If only we could persuade her to play it. But, alas, she likes them Japanese. Actually Japanese and not Wapanese, which means Western Japanese. An imitation, basically. Keep off the goddamn grass. Violators will be mulched, their broken bodies nourishing the lawn. Any flowers we've missed over here? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. On to the next screen then. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Among other things, of course. But it's all good. The sign's tone seems unnecessary. Maybe. Maybe. But sometimes that kind of language is necessary, as we all know. How many pink flowers do we have anyway? 1. 1 tulip. 1 tulip, 2 roses, 2 irises, 1 daisy, and 1 daffodil. Maybe we do need to just gather up other flowers in order to unlock some kind of progression, but we'll see if it is necessary. Tycho? You good there? Alright. Because I will admit the memory of the second episode is a little more hazy than the first one. And once we hit episodes 3 and 4, those will be uncharted waters, because I've never played them before. I've only heard about them. So we'll see how that situation develops. Iris and a daisy. Anything else in here, by the way? The circus is still in town, or worse, it never left. Imported squirrels here until they leave. We're back. Was there ever any doubt, sir? Or madam, whichever you are? Nothing yet, huh? Okay. The deals will be here until we say so. Have we missed anywhere else? Well, I suppose a trip to Desperation Street, just so that we can double check. Someone's ought to grow something around here. No. Also, obligatory sensory assault so that you don't get too comfortable around here. No, looks like that was it. Let's see if Pearl will not hate us if we present her with roses. Or at least chocolates. Because I see that the game is hinting to us as to what we should present her with. We can at least exhaust all of the other options. I don't think it will soft lock us. And hopefully it will result in more hilarious dialogue. How about some yellow flowers? I don't know about the color though. Actually, I do know about it. I hate it. Red flowers? Also no. And finally, white flowers. You like pink flowers then? Well, here you go. You might not have heard me before, I understand you've been busy, but I do want to make sure we understand each other. A bouquet of flowers is 3 or more flowers! Fine, fine, no need to shout at me, woman. There's no please in this hag. What did you say? He said, have you seen my book bag? No. Well, off we go. Looking for 2 more tulips for you. I wonder where they might be. Or if I am just blind and have not noticed them.
Symposium on the future of man? Indeed. Mankind has no future. I imagine it will be a short conference.
Yes, we did indeed miss a couple of flowers here. I should have guessed. Looks like the liquor flows pretty free at these things. Champagne, at least. Another rose, and our old acquaintance. Hey there, Dr. Stripe. How's things? Things are butt-fucked. What? My wedding is tonight and I lost the goddamn ring. You're getting married? Yes, that's what the wedding is for. Will you have snacks? Yes, we will have snacks. Gabriel closes his eyes. Tell me about the snacks. Well, let's see. We got caramels. No. Yes, actually. At this, Gabriel begins to chew and chew. How long is he going to chew? I have shit to do. Hell if I know. It's imaginary caramel. I guess he can eat it as long as he wants. Anyway, it sounds like you need help. You ain't lying. I'd give all my worldly possessions for a ring. I think we can help you. Finding a ring, a regular non-evil ring, would be like a vacation for us. Well, like I said, I've got shit, and I'll trade it straight across. We just need more money for that. Enjoying the symposium so far? I know I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to hear Dr. Kringle, but this place is kind of loud. I was a mime for a while, remember? I seem to recall something about mimes, yes. Oh, and as long as I don't have to talk to that damn Dr. Twee, I'll be fine. Well, got a jet, man. Sorry. I'll muddle through somehow. And there's the last tulip. Finally. Still can look around a little. More wine glasses. There must be at least 2 per guest. The label on the box reads Motherfucker Estates Pignon Vert. I guess the motherfucker's good for business. The box is filled with some other smaller boxes. This card is terribly depressed. A box like this killed many people once, but that's a tale for another time. Out in the Shadow Moses. Is his future wife also a mime and does not have a mime sister? I cannot remember. I don't think there is a mime sister. But I can be mistaken. And the final scientist, which we'll need to speak to. Rare bolts? Are they our bolt collectors? Wow, those are some great bolts. What's a guy gonna do to get one? I can't give you a bolt unless you have a good reason. These are incredibly rare. He gestures at the sign. You know, doesn't Anne Claire need these, you know, for her science thing? Indeed. For what purpose? For science! Is that so? Well, well, why didn't you say so? I, did? Yes, of course. What size bolt is she looking for? The trick here is to ask for 1 millimeter lower than what she needs, because the gold plating, if you can imagine, will make the bolt bigger. So, 13 millimeter. I'd like a 13 millimeter bolt, please. Here you are. I hope it will be of some use to her. You wonder if this bolt will ever beat the 12 millimeter bolt in school. Maybe it did, but then again 13 is an unlucky number, so I cannot vouch for that. So back to Riverbrook we go. And yes, that part of the puzzle I remember vividly. And doing so right away will cut us back on some running back and forth. Thank you, selective memory. No, really, thank you. The grizzly Gilderoy sits up on its paws, ready to drown pets in liquid wealth. Let's try gilding this bolt. I know we've got one here, let me just dig it out. I really think we're onto something with this. For 13mm bolt. Like a roulette ball, you toss it in the bolt in sidearm. It clatters, then comes to rest. Gold now coats the bolt. It is slightly larger as a result. Yep, see? 14mm bolt. And just for a laugh, let's see if these flowers will work. That could be a real hit for Mother's Day. Yeah, too bad my mother is dead. Oh, sorry for stirring that old trauma. Sensing this might go on for a while, you rest the flowers gently against the warm floor of the Gilded Bell. You step back, wait a moment, and nothing happens. Well, that's enough of that. Now, however, I think we got all the flowers we need. Yep, 3 tulips. So back to Pearl we go.
I wonder how dear old Pearl is doing. Perhaps these flowers will brighten her day.
I hope so too, narrator, because that is important, at least for us. A pink bouquet. Enjoy. No, seriously, take it. She inhales deeply, deriving a full nanosecond of pleasure, and pushes them away. She looks at the clock and smacks her lips several times. Yes, I always do get a bit peckish after lunch. Oh, I found some chocolates. Is that a thing you like? Pearl scoots the loose chocolates around the desk absent-mindedly like some delicious Grand Prix. The presentation really isn't up to par. It just doesn't make me feel special. I see. You need them in a box. Fine. And she immediately threw the flowers away. Quite nice, really. Yes, indeed, there is no pleasing this hag, at least initially. Back to Riverbrook we go. Time to crack some more skulls, only this time for the chocolates. And that means more annoyingly, sickeningly in love pairs. I am good wordsmith. Me am great with English. They even got a piano in there. My, my. And if no pairs will spawn, then I suppose we can at least go back to Aunt Claire and turn in the gold bolt. Aha! There they are. What you thought was a woman holding an ice cube is instead a woman with a gigantic, frankly obscene ring. Fuck me. It only cost $10 million. No, really, only 10 million. We're in love and we're getting married, I guess. He smiles, but it's not really a smile. It is dense and hot, like a signal flare. I'm going to take a look at the piece, make note of the color and so forth. She withdraws the hand greasily, like an eel. That is exceedingly unlikely. Could we buy that ring, like with money? Absolutely not. Oh, I don't know, darling. Maybe we could... Nonsense. I don't know what their game is, Pumpkin, but I don't like it. Oh, give me that goddamn thing. I don't have time to fuck around with you people. How dare you threaten us? Stay back, darling. Don't fight with these dangerous animals. You could be killed. As in, murdered. He looks to you, nodding enthusiastically. I will... Well, if you insist, I will shuffle you off this mortal coil. Because my man has spent $10 million and was not happy with the purchase. You know what? I think you do deserve this. Unfortunate. Engagement ring. A $10 million diamond ring. Curiously heavy. Perhaps commitment. Perhaps commitment has mass. Well, that's one engagement ring. The last thing we'll need is another engagement ring, which means it's time to fool around with the ATM. I think it will allow to do that, right? So, 1 at the front, 9 in the center. Now, I think we still need to find the first bank slip. I wonder where it could be. Aha! 3. So we have 1 at the end, 3 at the beginning, and either 9 or 6. Why can't we interact with it yet, I wonder? Or maybe it's not complete somehow. I cannot exactly remember. Let's double check how many sweets we got. All of them, huh? I certainly hope that was enough. But first, back to Anne Claire, turn in the bolt.
You return to the laboratory in triumph, gleaming golden bolt in tow.
Here's a 14mm golden bolt. It was pretty hard to get. Yes, yes it would be. She turns it in the light, apparently mesmerized by it. And the other items I requested? I don't wish it to be rude, but the search continues. Pearl wants more than flowers. Where do we go from here? Cliché has served us well thus far. I'm tempted to give it another go. Next, try chocolate. It's clear that Gabriel supports this course of action. Well, off we go, because we're still 10 parts short of any meaningful upgrade. But seeing as we have a full box of chocolates now, I suppose we can try our luck with Pearl yet again.
Here, Pearl. Some chocolates for your bottomless, perpetually squawking craw.
Thank you, narrator. You are definitely more eloquent than I am in these regards. Otherwise, I would have just called her a slur. How about a box of chocolates? Oh, they look so... She reaches into the box carefully, as a surgeon might reach into an exposed chest cavity. She places one of the candies in her mouth, then another, and another. Incredible. Simply incredible. Let's see, what do I want now? Any chance of us seeing the doctor? Does he even work here? You know, Chandler, Dr. Chandler, Dr. Lord Chandler Wolfington. He used to make me feel like $1 million. Gabriel turns each of you away from the desk, forming an impromptu huddle. Now this bitch wants $1 million? I'm gonna kick her through the fucking uprights. I'm sure it was a euphemism. You think she has lung disease? Yes. There's no pleasing the soul bag. What did you say? Do you want to hear a funny gag? No. I guess we need to be running along now. No, I actually support Gabriel on this one because I really do want to kill Pearl by this point. Because I am familiar with that type of woman all too intimately. Not in the intimate sense, but in the sense that I had to deal with this type of woman more than I'd like. But, back to Riverbrook Park Estates we go. Hopefully this time, we'll be able to make a withdrawal at the ATM. Jewelry for sale, legitimately obtained, and there they are. Rich people. Tend my lawns, fools, tend them! Look, Jennings, it's the lower class. Hopefully this lot have eaten. We do detest when... something. Haha, who knew? The upper classes are weak versus firearms. They may be, but not in this game, if I recall correctly. We'll have to see in a bit. And tolerate this abuse a little longer. That's the sweet spot. Bleed out a little bit. To the neck, indeed, because, well, that would require some specialty French cutlery, which we do not have access to yet just now. But we do have this hoe. That is a Southeast Asian approach, if memory serves right. Real popular in Laos last time I heard. But I digress. There we go. You, madam, stay in your lane, please. Now just let Tycho's special attack meter charge and we're good to go. Let's speed this up a little bit. Almost, and there. Just what I like to see. A successfully executed overkill, that is. And our first $10,000 bill. 2 of them. So that puts us at 20k. Well, I see more rich people to kill. Money isn't everything. Ha! That's a joke we tell. So I hear. Oh no, we're being surrounded by rich pricks. One more. Yeah, one more is all we're gonna need. And then Taika will blow him away. Especially if we do it like that. One off, but still should be decent enough damage, especially if we do it like that. One more strike. There we go. Nice. While we're here, might as well take a look at the dossier of those types. Wealthy matrons. Curiously, their exalted status and vast financial holdings haven't improved their mood. Impervious to debuffs, low defense stat, weak versus firearms. Dappers. Their deadly techniques show the same polish and flair as their ensemble. High speed stat, attacks and crit defense debuff, low attack stat, weak versus firearms. Dr. Jonathan Krazoar. Inventor of the Harvest Body automated plucking device, he arrived at the Cloying Odor Sanitarium under strange circumstances. Pearl. Pearl is now and will always be Pearl. She is the invincible archetype of the Secretary and has probably been confounding human beings since the dawn of history. Curtis Swindle. Curtis Swindle is, among other things, a professional liar. Dr. Gillian Bromide. A scientist of considerable standing in her community, Dr. Gillian Bromide is said to have invented the cliché. Much smarter than you. Plus a couple of others. There's Dr. Coriander Stripe. On the eve of his nuptials, Dr. Stripe is understandably nervous. A scientist that's discovered love. Dr. Uno. Doesn't fuck around, even on National Fuck Around Day. Brilliant scientist. Dr. Twee. Devoted ethnobotanist. Dr. Twee hates Dr. Dry as a result of an ill-defined parakeet incident. Dr. Dry, a brilliant German scientist. Maybe I should give him a German accent, the best I can muster. Dr. Dry thinks that rays are totally awesome. Rays as in narrow beams of light of other radiant energy, not like the fish. And Dr. Quatramain. Once a pupil of Dr. Blood's, Dr. Quatramain has since distinguished himself in the field of robotic milking. Do I want to know? I don't think we want to know. Waiter. He knows all and sees all. So much rests in his capable hands. Now, back to it. More of them. But we do know the drill. It's okay. I suppose so, yes. He can't hear me on account of him not liking streams in general. That was a good block, I'll have to admit. However, we still have one ace up our sleeve, which is a gun. Now, while we're at it, heal up just in case. and continue wailing on him. So we get him to the respectably low health, and now that should be enough to kill him off, right? I would be very disappointed if it won't be. Otherwise, that means we'll have to do it all over again. And indeed, it is. Just gotta endure a little longer. Or, might as well speed up the process. That always helps. But not when I miss those. There we go. And a new attack for me. Hoedown. The most challenging of your special attacks deals unbelievable damage and inflicts a devastating bleed effect if you hit each target perfectly. I will keep that in mind, and we'll see how difficult it is soon-ish. Aha! What? It's not personal, this is a money thing. Hopefully that helps. Might as well also do this. This is supposed to be a boss battle, I imagine, so we can afford ourselves to legally cheat a little bit. Especially since he throws laser beams at us. And there we go. Money withdrawal bank card. An ATM card weighted with potential cash. Does this one have a dossier too? Yes, got about. An improperly performed manicure received more than 10 years ago has left these men savage and bestial. Weak versus special attacks and firearms impervious to explosive items. Time to make a withdrawal. So once again, it's 3, 6, 1. Welcome back, Mr. Wealthmore. Your balance is 1,243,583,757,243,000,000. Yeah, okay, I get it. He pounds the front of the machine. Gabriel covers his mouth with both hands. 3-digit access code required. Please enter the first number. And I've managed to forget it already. 3. Please enter the second digit. 6. Third digit. 1. Processing. Credentials accepted. Welcome back, Mr. Weltmore. You look amazing today. Select withdraw money. Money begins to pour out of the machine. It continues to pour, and pour, and pour. You think something might be wrong? It stops only when it is completely out of money. I'm okay with this. I think this is a good thing. So just split it in 3 ways, or... No, we're not splitting it. We need it, and we're going to use it. Gabriel is sad. Infinitely so. Like a sad, sad basset hound. He kicks a golden rock down a shining street. Millionaire. Collect $1 million in cash. Try not to forget the little people. Time to go back to Curtis Swindle and buy that goddamn bracelet. Because I have a nagging feeling that this is exactly what Pearl wants. And if she asks for something more, I think we will be legally obliged to kill her. Or is it legally obligated? Either way, she's going down. I'd like to buy that bracelet. And we'll be paying in cash. Really? In cash? You're really going to buy it? Just take it. Give us our shit. Okay, yes, deal. Here. Gold bracelet. A bracelet with diamond-encrusted diamonds, worth a cool 1 mil. I may be able to offer you discounts on selected merchandise. Not that you need it. Or maybe you do now. Maybe that was all your money. Haha. He begins to stuff every pocket with bound bills, with the laugh that recalls a dingo in heat. At least you guess it does. Curtis Swindle's stocks appears to be up. Did the price drop on the phonograph? Where is it at now? $100,000. I should say. We do not accept payment or in alternate or imaginary currencies. Wasn't it 70 billion before? And very recently? What can I say? The market for broken phonographs is very volatile. We'll buy it then. Here's a huge pile of goddamn money. Swindle hooks his arm around the money and pushes the phonograph toward you. The crank on the old phonograph still turns easily. You're genuinely surprised when the machine begins to stir. Div. This bizarre creature has never been sober long enough to give a thorough accounting of its history. Don't you ever get anything new? Because we keep seeing a lot of the same old crap. Swindle winces as though he had poked a bruise. Oh, I've got merchandise. I've got merchandise all over the goddamn place. I had a walrus here yesterday, and a man bought it. He bought it and rode away. Like, on the walrus? Yes! I guess that's pretty cool. Well, see you never. Farewell. Back to Cloying Odor. Or I think we can make a short stop at the Symposium of the Future of Man and present a ring to our good mime doctor. Let's see if it helps. We found your ring. Behold. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Thank everybody. I'm getting married, everybody! Glasses are raised throughout the room. Well, most glasses. Congratulations, Doctor. Could I trouble you for that key? Yes, the key. Dr. Stripe bonus item. A key to a safety deposit box. Contents unknown. As for me, yes, I am getting married to my hand. It's a long story, but we do find ourselves quite inseparable at times. Dr. Coriander's pipe allows himself a smile. Hey, when you open that thing up, let me know what I put in there, huh? And how's that ring treating you? You still have it, right? He pats the pocket of his lab coat 2 times. Man, thank you. This is awesome. And it's almost Kringle o'clock. We're talking about an evening that starts with Kringle and ends in sex. With a woman. This is gonna be the best night of my life. Well, gotta go, man. I'll muddle through somehow. Mr. Tails isn't quite ready to go down yet. Okay. I suppose now we can go to Cloying Odor.
Back again for the 1000th time. Is there no pleasing this woman?
We'll find out in a bit, narrator. We'll find out in a bit. This bracelet do anything for you? Hopefully you're unable to finish your sentence. The jewelry is snatched before you have a chance to present it and worn instantly. With her other hand, she reaches beneath the desk. A click is heard. So, can we go in? Or, eyes still fixed to her wrist, she waves you in with great violence. Choke on it. Or don't. It's your choice. But I'd rather you do. Diagnosis: crazy. There's nothing to recommend this bed over the floor. It exudes the smell of beef. A beefy smell. Looks like somebody needs a new table. Diagnosis: cloudy with a chance of crazy. The seat is slick with something. This patient is snoring softly. Patient believes himself to be the Prince of Bel Air. I hope he's fresh at least. Under the sheet, something moves. This bed is very similar to the other beds you've seen. The burlap coverlet seems abrasive. Diagnosis: cover and bake for 30 minutes on crazy. Diagnosis: bugata, bugata, bugata. Which is another speak for crazy. The pillow is filled with leaves and sticks. Doodles on this clipboard include cubes and tiny men in top hats. This patient is in the grip of a terrible dream. Looks like the door is missing. But I don't think we'd need to go in just yet. Nightmares seem virtually guaranteed. There is a deep impression on the mattress. Patient believes he has the power to command chinchillas. We had a pet chinchilla for a time, and then we donated it back to the school my mother works at. Poor thing later died from stress-induced shock. Patient is the mayor of fucking Crazy Town. This is a bed only in the loosest sense of the term. This one is tuned for racing. Yes, unfortunately they are very stress-prone. 2 doctors must have played hangman on this sheet. The word was barbiturates. This nasty code doesn't quite say relaxation. Patient communicates primarily through armpit sounds. The only way to truly clean this bed would be to burn it. Patient speaks only in a musical, imaginary language. Looking at this thing makes you want to bathe for several hours. Patient is utterly convinced of his own godhood. Someone has tried to draw a rhinoceros. Unsuccessfully. This mattress smells inexplicably like coleslaw. Diagnosis: Hawooga! While the manager was away, the patient offered customers crazy deals with incredible financing. This sounds like a Monkey Island joke. Sharp springs peek out in several places. This would be a great place to roast a boar. It even comes with a cover. How thoughtful of them. This patient is carrying out one half of a conversation. Patient believes that he can fly and or touch the sky. I'm not gonna sing that. Well, time to go meet Dr. Wolfington. Fear as Therapy by Dr. L.C. Wolfington. Crazy in Love by Dr. B. Knowles. This document asserts that it is totally a real diploma. Doctorate of like psychology or whatever. A novelty diploma from Diplomaniacs. A small plaque below reads Gorilla, chess piece. At last game I'd like peanut people, hopefully not. This one is incredibly realistic, though it does say Dimploma instead of diploma. Snow hare, drop kicked. Water buffalo, trachea chop. The Management Techniques of Complete Bastards by J.T. Motherfucker. Maybe I should read that one at some point. There he is. I see you've been staring at my balls. Was I? Because aren't they magnificent? He gestures towards the wall facing him, where two grapefruit-sized testicles hang in a leathery pouch. A powerful creature, the Binoceros. Not so powerful I could not defeat him, of course. He exhales, slowly. Even his relaxation seems malevolent somehow, like the stretching of some lean savannah cat. I take it you're here to escape. We're not residents, though. Tycho steps forward quickly. Listen, goddamn you. It's really quite a shame about your uncle. Erasmus, was it? And also your father and, well, his father, and it seems your family's unseemly appetites have brought yet another brahead to my door. Not that I mind, most certainly not. The affliction of your lineage is so dependable, so profitable. It is what makes my life of globe-trotting masculine adventure possible. Indeed, you might consider this trophy room a collaboration between the houses of Brahe and Wolfington. This isn't about me, you son of a bitch. We're here to talk about the lawful release of Dr. Jonathan Krazoar. Is that so? He examines his nails with what looks to be genuine interest. I'm afraid that's quite impossible. He's not crazy, though. Dr. Lord Chandler Wolfington begins to crack a truly carnivorous grin. And who told you that? A guy that we know. I see. And this guy you speak of. Uh-huh. Would he happen to be Dr. Jonathan Krazoar? Rage vibrates his entire frame. Ah, so you're crazy too. Crazy. Crazy, you say? You'll come to regret that. The Strengthium door clanks shut on this hideous zoo/mausoleum. And on what grounds do you make this assertion? What methodology do you propose? The Hautsgrummen Index? His voice clangs and crashes like the lid of a furiously boiling pot. We could let us rely on the Wolfington Blot series. Yes, a battery of my own devising. It served your clan well thus far, Mr. He spits his name, Brahe. Tell me then, what do you see? A scary dog. I see a wolf made of nightmares. A haunting-ass nightmare hound. Intriguing. And this? Did they make these things in junior high? Seriously. Chilling. And finally, what do you see here? Joy is everywhere, flowing in waves. This is all very troubling indeed. It would appear that the Brahe family curse is catching. Yes, I can see it. He steps closer, his presence a heavy thing. It would be a dereliction of my oath to let twisted animals like yourselves romp through the greater population. Guys? The good doctor takes a silver bell from his desk, ringing it almost daintily. Orderlies. Brain game. Well, let's start with instructions. Greetings. Depicted on the screen behind me is a map of your brain, on the verge of insanity. Despairing. Click on the cells to rotate them and create a pathway. Once a path is created, click on the core to emit a pulse. These pulses revitalize your brain but can only be sent intermittently since the core needs to recharge. If the core becomes infected, all hope is lost. Completely purge the insanity from each stage to progress. If a healthy cell borders an insane cell and has not had a pulse run through it in a while, the healthy cell will once again become infected with insanity. Inert cells cannot be rotated, nor do they have to be healed. Maintain a healthy cell and it will turn white, making it safe from infection. Twisp and I will supervise your progress. Good luck, my friend. Disconcerting. Like that. I suppose no. Oh, I got that one on lockdown. Better, much better. However, incredible. That should be it. Well done. However, you must act quickly. The insanity has spread much faster through more dense areas of your brain. Do not despair. We will continue to be at your service. Fortuitous. I hope you are correct in that assessment. Like so. And up next we're gonna need to do something about this part. Shouldn't be too hard by my reckoning. Especially if we do it like so. However, the inert cell still needs to be taken care of somehow. Now, if we were to take it like this, that should work. As should this. Maybe. Hopefully. No, wait. We still need to do it at least like that. And then... And then what? This would be the choice. There we go. My condolences. This is the last of the infected cells, but the tissue is so dense, I doubt you will be able to salvage it. Hope is all but lost. Ooh. Still, we have to try. Otherwise, what was the point of it all? When you're building a wall and in front of your eyes it disappears. Be prepared for every exigency. Whatever that means. Harrowing. Now, if we were to do it like so... Not quite there. Not all hope is lost, however, if we just keep on trying. And good thing that this game is, or this minigame is not very... What's the correct word? Let's call it low stakes, in a sense that failure seems so far to be a non-factor. Maybe that's the word I was looking for, or maybe not. Like that. And like that. What if I try it like this? Almost. the last thing we would need is to connect them appropriately. Maybe even like that. However, there is a detail missing that I'm not seeing just yet. I suppose the last thing to do would be to connect these like so. Or at least that way. On the bright side, these are already connected, so we just need to reconnect them. Like that. That should work. To a degree, it did. However, this part remains unconnected, which needs to be remedied like so. Yeah, much better now. Even, especially if we do it like that. No, not quite. Almost like mapping neurons on the human brain, which is, well, exactly what I am doing, but with more theatricality to it. The neurons are firing, the brain is getting better, and at the end of it all, a grand prize awaits. My very own sanity. There is one last detail we need to reconnect, which is, of course, these inert cells, if we do need them. We'll have to see. That is extend. Another successful procedure. Well, right on the horizon, like that one. But we are getting there. There we go. That was quick, perhaps too quick for our liking. Observe, we have penned a haunting poem. Verily. Don't leave us, don't leave us. Your leaving would grieve us. We'll sing, we will cling to your leg like a Rhesus. It's bad 'cause we had a whole schedule, jam-packed. It's some comfort, then, that they always come back. Not this time, however.
Yes, yes, rise and shine. I can't look away for even a moment, can I? Get up. I'm sure you can find your own way out. Or must I do everything?
Fine, fine. I've had this wonderful dream where I was dead. This light has lit its last. Rats and their blind spawns seem to boil at the bottom. It's hard to tell if this is a crack in the wall or a crack in the universe. Cell C4 is a disaster, even by Ward C standards. Cell C5 looks nothing like the brochure. Cell C3 attempts to distinguish itself and fails. Cell C2 continues the C tradition with dull bars and otherwise lackluster presentation. After all those great cells in B, you were expecting more from C1. Ward C, the pleasant wing. These handmade maps imply a truly epic campaign. This way toward B, which they call the comfort wing, for some reason. I'm not dealing with you for now. Character sheets litter this table. I guess when you're stuck in a psychiatry wing, there is nothing better to do than engage in some therapeutic role-playing. Well, this door is no A5, I'll tell you that much. This way to Ward A, supposedly the gentle wing. You're disappointed by this cell door, but maybe you built up too much. Cell A1 does have some amenities. For example, no visible rat holes. Cell A2 ain't too shabby. Huh? Huh? The skeleton seems to be clutching a small file. Try as you might, you can't quite reach the tool. This isn't working. Your human arms simply aren't long enough. You need something that can reach back in there. Fine, fine. Cell A4 is a real prisoner's paradise with views of some other cells. Cell A5 is a cell whose reputation precedes it. And hello there, Gabe. For being suspended in some kind of therapeutic device, Gabriel is surprisingly upbeat. Hey. Hey. You alright? Oh, totally. I love it in here. It's like a fucking circus. Get me the fuck out. Am I supposed to pull one of these big switches? Man, I don't know. Maybe. Just pull them gently. The left lever. Gabriel's eyes widen as your hand nears the switch. Overhead you hear an even clinical voice say, Agony barb engaged. Agony what? No! Ah! Fine. Left one again. No, goddammit, you pulled that one already. That's the agony barb. Shut up, boys. I already know what fucking barb it is. Ah. Right lever. Yeah, I didn't have that good feeling about that one. No, oh no, what? Some kind of fork? You hear a series of grinding whines peel out from the device, like some dental nightmare sprung to life. Oh no, oh god, I think that's them. I think that's... Yes, those are the forks! I need a second to figure this out. I'm just gonna kinda take it all in. Yeah, well, no rush. I'll just hang upside down in this pain machine. I think we'll need Taika to figure this one out. So, be right back, Gabe. Manacles of the Iron Maiden. Fashioned to destroy the world of man, these vulgar gauntlets may yet serve their purpose. Something tells me this will be a final upgrade for Gabe. Look at this thing. This cell must have a long waiting list. Now we're talking. This cell looks like a real hoot. Cell B1 is alright. Cell-wise, you could do much worse than B2. Cell B3 continues the tradition of incredible B cells. You could look your whole life and still not find a cell like B4. When this is all over, you want to own a barrel just like this. Well, I got my hoe back, which means we are about to have an encounter. But first... Hey, Tycho. This dungeon really is marvelous, isn't it? Some of the finishes are incredible. It's straight out of Modern Layer. How are those manacles there? They chafing you at all? A little. Plus, they're not very ergonomic. I'll be sure to lodge a formal complaint. I'll look around a bit. Let's see if anything turns up. There is a lock on the door. Maybe you could put a key in it? I'm just thinking aloud. I'm sure I'll be back eventually. Yes, you'd almost have to. There's nowhere else to go. This is the actuator for the torture forks. Something tells me that Orderly had the key. Good morning, sleepyhead. Can you get my friends out? I mean, like, out of their cells or their torture cages or whatever? I have the key, of course, but I couldn't. He drops his voice to whisper, perhaps out of concern for your companions. They're not better yet. Can I go now? As in, like, leave? Oh, I get it. You don't want to waste away in some dungeon. Yeah, well, you know what they say. When life gives you dungeons, you don't know where this is going. You tilt your head and he tilts his. Then his eyes grow wide. You make Dungeonade! You feel the best, most human part of yourself die. Indeed. Just let me borrow the key. I'll give it right back. He's no longer paying attention to you. Instead, he is focused intently on his fingernails. They're like rat's teeth, yellow and thick. I'm gonna knock you out, and he won't like it because of how knocked out you'll be. The Orderly sighs, shaking his head with genuine pity. Oh, never mind, I was just saying hey. Well, hey, right back at you. You're fun. We're gonna get along great. If you say so. The fuse box appears to be fusing, you guess. Quick reminder to myself as to what Orderlies are good against. Tyrants. These brutes see psychiatry as a full contact sport, weak versus team-up attacks and mustard gas. And of course there's Dr. Wolfington, for a bit of a spoiler. Dr. Lord Chandler Wolfington is a brutal hunk of a man who dines on human misery. His history with the Brahe clan is long. Impervious to team-up attacks and attacks incur defense debuff. We'll try to keep that in mind for next time. But first... if I got my hoe, let's see if I can do something about it. Threading your hoe through the bars, you scrape the file toward you with a traditional motion. Nail file. Why would an imprisoned lunatic have a file? What's going on? You know, same old, same old. I found this file thing. Maybe I could, I don't know, file you out of there. Yeah, okay, whatever, file it up. With intense determination, you've set to work. 5 minutes later, there is a light, almost imperceptible scratch in the enamel. It is entirely possible this scratch was there before. You estimate that this process might take another 70 years. So? You shake your head. This thing looks like it gets a lot of use. Oh, not what I was going to pull. So let's think what else we can do. We got the file. So I suppose we can give it to Orderly for a show of goodwill. Considering his nails are in an atrocious state. Why do you want to leave? You just got here. Hey, did you need a nail file? Because I have one of those. He appraises his thick, coarse nails, undone by the rigors of his profession. Give it. With a file in one hand and the key in the other, he becomes paralyzed, unsure of what to do next. Why are there no pockets on these things? He looks at you, then the way a dying man must look upon an angel. Could you hold this key? Not all day, just for a little while. You feign indifference, accepting it with a shrug as if to say, keys? Don't open any doors with that, okay? Sure. He files madly as you step away, nodding. In your hand lies a twist of metal to the precise shape of salvation. I'm just gonna go away at this juncture here, and I'll be right back. You won't even notice me missing. Me again. Oh, hello. I was preoccupied. I hope you haven't been standing there long. I was just thinking about vengeance. On this key, let's give it a try. The key slips in, working its own magic. Exquisite. Free of his bonds, Tycho Erasmus Brahe draws himself up. Now, if we pay a visit to Gabe, maybe we should be able to get out of this one now. What's going on? Same old, same old. Now, what if we pull both switches? Maybe that'll do something. No, don't pull both! I don't want you to! Tycho, give me a hand with this thing. Certainly. I don't get a fucking vote! And for some reason you are torn apart, I apologize in advance. You and Tycho each grab a switch and in a somber moment of silent agreement yank them simultaneously. Nothing happens. Then something clungs and chungs and clangs. Gabriel closes his eyes. With a mild tick, Gabriel's bonds are released. He falls to the ground head first. There's a pleasant ding. But time to get out of this one. Here's the key. Didn't do anything suspicious with it. Hey, did I give you my key? It's got to be around here somewhere. Now there's 3 of us. I think we're going to go now. Oh yes, I understand. Go! I guess you have your new friends now. Why does this keep happening? You think you goddamn well know somebody? I bared my fucking soul to you, and then you ate my heart like a jackal. Heart eater. Now I'm gonna eat your heart. Come here. Some people just can't take a hint. We had a good thing going here. Or maybe you can go hang out with the devil in hell. Some people just can't take a hint. Or I suppose are too attached. An ocean I'm all too familiar with, unfortunately. Love bombing, they call it. And this is the language that a lot of ADHD people understand all too well. Puffs of smoke curl up from the mechanism. You assume these puffs are its pitiful cries for help. Looks like the fuse box is shot. Actually, I would describe it as well done. Tycho leans in. Well, we'll need to track down another one. I think we know somebody who might have one. I'll be back, fuse box, I promise. The fuse box wants to believe you, but it's been hurt so many times before. The laboratory, huh? You shudder to think what they might be putting in the water. That's too low-hanging of a joke. This clipboard details several experimental therapies. Back out we go, and now we're about to meet more crazies. Say ah, motherfucker! Hey, what did you guys do to Bob? We might have killed him. That happens sometimes. Sorry, force of habit. That one I think was more... Or maybe not. Alright, that should be good. Ah, come on now, I was pressing double. And you decided to pull this on me, game. Shame on you. I am honestly disappointed. I guess we'll do it the other way. And that one... Ah. At least that one will be enough to finish you off, even with the partial damage. Can you stop doing that, please? There we go. That's what I want to see. While we're at it, might as well. There you go, buddy. Have fun. I'm gonna let you bleed a little bit more. Pressed the wrong one, unfortunately. But still, should be good enough. At least for now. And this will finish you right off. I guarantee that. Goodbye. And here we go. All of our overkills maxed out for now. Oh, come on. I was just passing through and you decide to be all that. Well, if you insist, I'm not gonna be stopping you. So here. Have his dog tags, son. I know he wants you to have them now. Just gonna give it a little bit of a time, mate, and out we go. Give a little faster, please. But almost there, almost, and you are done for. I don't think there is anything interesting in here. Oh, I hope this one tries to run. And needs silk, I guess. Let's silk it up in a moment. As we're gonna need to deal with these first. One more. If we also apply that armor debuff, that should be good. Especially if we try to go for a special attack. Hi, fortunate. There we go. One down. While we're at it, might also apply some buffs to Odor. That was, of course, all highly calculated, because I do remember that they're resistant to basic attacks, but team attacks are fair game, especially if we... Come on now. I was going to make it nice, but you are leaving me no choice. Come on, I can do this. I know it's only partial damage, but we still have a couple of things we can go about. First one being, of course, some debuff cleansing. And finally... Hey! If you insist on being an asshole, then you're getting the strongest attack in my arsenal. Because of that, goodbye. And the final attack on Gabe. Pugilize. Gabe's most powerful and most challenging attack to execute. A perfect performance will inflict a concussive stun effect on all enemies. Surprisingly inviting, all things considered. Oh, maybe. It is, after all, an enhanced hoe. The kind you only find in the best weapon shops around the world. But where would that fuse box be? Over at Enclair's, I suppose? Or elsewhere? Guess we'll find out if we look around hard enough. Which means let's double back to C block and see if anything else has appeared. Judging by the decor, we will find a source of silk in here. Not in this exact ward, but in this particular instance. Somewhere here, I am positive. The cabinet is locked. Oh, to know what treasures are sealed within. This has got to be the least ergonomic human cage you have ever seen. Maybe. It seems like it has good lumbar support. If it helps with lumbago, this cabinet fucking sucks. A lot can be said about things like that one, but I'd rather not. Now, if I remember correctly, we have gone out through... what was it? This door, right? Yeah, that leads back to Pearl. Luckily, she is no longer here. But now we can get out of Cloying Odor Sanitarium. You know what? Not the worst dungeon we've ever escaped from. We'll be back. Time to take your medicine. Oops. That was not medicine. Div doesn't deal that much damage. Oh, but now that the gang is all here, we can call in our orbital strike. Almost got them. Let's see if I do not suck at this one. I do unfortunately still suck at this one, but a little less now. Even partial damage is enough to kill it. Another one, huh? If you insist, I'll be happy to oblige. Might as well finish you off with a basic attack. Oh, you! I almost got you there, you slippery slope. Now, there we go. If you stand still, you can get it right between the eyes. And I do like it when they stand still with that particular brand of surprises. Thank you for your cooperation. It is greatly appreciated. But now, let us finish them off and be on our way. Let's go say hello to Dr. Krayzor while we are at it. No trouble getting the papers, I should hope? You needed some kind of paper. Help me out here. You suggested earlier that you would secure my release papers from Dr. Wolfington. In exchange, I agreed to divulge the nature of my research and give you a punch card with a monkey on it. Really a very reasonable arrangement. I'd write you a note to remind you, but, well, Dr. Krayzor wriggles fruitlessly inside his bonds. I will see you again at some point in the future. Yes, quite possibly. Another encounter with orderlies. Do we want to do it? It's not like we have a choice. Or maybe we do. But, first of all... looking at the time, I think I'm gonna need to call it for tonight. It's getting a little bit late, and well, as it goes, I'm a little tired as of right now, so we're gonna have to cut this one a little shorter than usual. So in that particular case, I'd like to thank you all for coming. And I will see you all on Tuesday then. And yes, see you tomorrow for our movie night. Until then, bye-bye.